I'm Walker and welcome back to Olive Ave Nails, where we talk about vegan and cruelty-free nail polish. Today I'm so excited to be talking about 6 of KL Polish's blue creams. I said 6 of them, but these are the only 6 to my knowledge. KL Polish does have several shimmers and glitters in their line that are blue as well, but today we're just talking about some good old-fashioned creams, and I'm really excited to dive into these today. If you love blue, then definitely hit subscribe, because this month I am talking all about blue polish from all of my favorite brands, and I can't wait to share them with you. So let's dive into the live swatches of these 6 polishes, and then we'll come back and I'll let you know which ones were my favorite, which ones are the most unique, etc, etc. Friends, the first one that we're going to look at is the most recent blue cream from KL Polish. This is 1435, and this one was released in the Fall in the City collection, which was the Fall 2018 collection. The winter collection last year did have a blue, but it was a metallic blue, so we'll be looking at that in another video. 1435 is a really pretty grayed out blue. This one is like a really gray steely blue. I would say that it is probably closest to Natty from Zoya, but the blue is not quite the same. Natty is more of a, navy with a little bit of gray, and this one is a little bit more steely. The formula on this one is really, really nice. My first coat was almost opaque. I did have just a little bit of patchiness. I do think I tend to kind of underestimate how much polish I need on the KL Polish brush because it is so wide, and so sometimes my first coat is a little bit patchy, but the second coat absolutely brought this up to opacity, and so you are looking at 2 steely coats of 1435. All right, and next up we're going to look at the lovely blue from the Fall 2017 collection. This is called Cozy in there, and this one is almost like a steely gray turquoise. The blue in here is just enough grayed out to be very fall appropriate, just like the last one we saw, but it's almost like a turquoise base. It's not quite like a deep navy base. It's a very different blue. This one has, again, a really lovely formula. My first coat was almost opaque on this one, and I think I probably could get this one opaque in 1 coat, but 2 coats is totally glossy, totally smooth, and so you're looking at 2 coats of Cozy in there. All right, up next is Dream Boy, and Dream Boy is from the spring collection from last year, and this one is really soft. I apologize for the challenging focus on this one. I think it looked too close to my white background and my camera had a little bit of trouble. This one had the hardest formula for me to work with. The first coat was definitely a little bit patchy and it didn't quite self-level as well as the others, but fortunately a second coat I was able to get it totally opaque. I did try and do a little bit of a thicker second coat, thinking that maybe I had just taken too much polish off my brush on the first coat, and so I think that helped a little bit. The color here is a little bit on the purple side, so it's kind of like a pastel blue / purple. I really think this one is super lovely, and so this is 2 coats of Dream Boy. Awesome. Next up is the one that I think is Kathleen's favorite. This is Gumption, and Gumption is a really pretty, not quite navy blue, but like a really deep royal blue. This one was a little bit thin and patchy for me on that first coat. I would definitely not consider this a 1-coater, but it was pretty easy to apply. The formula is not too thick, not too thin. I am going to go in for a second coat so that it can get all evened out, but the second coat will bring me all the way to opacity. The second coat is super easy to apply. It is so glossy. This color is so glossy. I have to say that again. I actually wore this as a full manicure recently and wore it with no top coat. I just threw it on. I only wore it for a day, so I don't know about how it lasted, but it was so glossy. It looked gorgeous. And like I said, the second coat of Gumption gets it totally opaque and really, really smooth here. So this is 2 coats of Gumption. Okay, next up is Porter Miami, and this came out in the Miami summer collection that included like Magic City and Ocean Drive. It was a really fun summer collection. This one I know has been compared to like Sally Hansen Pacific Blue. I don't have a great reference point for that one because I've actually never tried that polish, either the original or the new formula, but I will say that this absolutely stunning blue is gorgeous. It reminds me of like a cross between a cornflower blue and a royal blue. It has a lot of white in it, but the formula on this one is fabulous. I do think that with careful application, I could get this one opaque in one coat, but I did put a second coat on just to even out any, kind of issues with application. I also had a pretty serious ridge in one of my nails and when I did these swatches, and so the second coat brought that nice and smooth. So here is 2 coats of Porter Miami. All right, friends, super secret reveal here. This is my favorite blue from KL Polish. St. Clair is absolutely stunning. This is a really, really soft, almost pastel blue, but there's so much blue pigment in here. I don't know, it just is like glowing. It's such a beautiful blue. It's so soft but so pigmented. I do think this one is a little bit more periwinkle than Zoya's blue, their pastel blue, and so I think this one is pretty different from blue and I really like it. The first coat is a little bit streaky, but it's not that surprising given how light this color is. I had no issues getting it totally opaque on that second coat. It went on really smooth. It filled in all those patches. All of KL Polish colors, pretty much all of them at least, self-level really well, which makes them so easy to apply with this wide brush. So you are looking at 2 gorgeously soft coats of St. Clair. Awesome. So I am going to be posting my favorite blue creams kind of all brands in the next couple of weeks here, and so stay tuned for that. But just to give you a little bit of a spoiler, my absolute favorite blue of all time is Yummy from Zoya. I love how white it is, how creamy it is, but how vibrant and super fun it is to wear. I would say that these 2 from KL Polish are close seconds. I love how bright these polishes are. So the first one that I'm saying I love, 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 love is this gorgeous blue. This is Porter Miami, and I am obsessed with this one. This gorgeous blue is just so bright. It's so vibrant. I look at my swatch photo of this and I just like cry tears of joy. It's so beautiful. This one I think is really nice for pretty much any season because it's really deep. I think you could wear it in the winter, but it's so bright you could wear it in the summer. I think you could pull this out literally 12 months out of the year. But my all-time favorite blue from KL Polish is hands down, without a doubt, this absolutely stunning St. Clair. This is a periwinkle shade. It is so gorgeous. It's having a moment right now because Lady Gaga recently wore all periwinkle. She looks fabulous, but this color is so stunning. I would say if you're a blue lover, these 2 are worth checking out because I absolutely love them and they're unique in my collection. Okay, awesome. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I believe Kathleen says that she releases a blue in every collection, so if the formula, the brush, the finish, if those weren't enough reasons to keep your eye on this brand, then if you're a blue lover, definitely keep your eye out for their blues because they are stunning. And definitely let me know in the comments if you have any blues from this group that you love in your collection or if you're considering adding any of them to your collection. Now, as always, thank you so much for taking time to hang out with me and talk about nail polish. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!